And a good evening. The 12th and the final game is a state championship will be decided here later this evening with the Thompson Tommies, the top-seeded Tommies, who come in at 21-0, trying to repeat as state champions. Thompson will take on Park River Fordville-Lankin. Top-seeded Thompson, number 3 seed Aggies. As Park River Fordville-Lankin at 22-2. There you see a look at the bracket. Park River Fordville-Lankin a 9-3 win over Kindred Richland last night. The first championship semi, and Thompson falling behind early 3-0. Tied it in the second, fell behind again 4-3. Tied it with the run of the sixth. And then a game-winning hit coming in the bottom of the seventh inning. Calvin Schwabe reaching third on a three-base error, and then back-to-back intentional walks to Brett Sutter-Haig and Marcus Hughes, and then Tyler Haig base hit through the drawn-in infield, keeping Thompson's dream of a repeat state championship and a perfect season alive with a 5-4 win. So that gets us to this state championship, and that's really one of the storylines. Thompson trying to repeat, first repeat champion since Bishop Ryan did it 3 years straight, 2007, 2008, and 2009, and the Aggies making their first trip to the state championship. Made that step to the state tournament last year where they placed fourth and making the jump and got through the semifinal last night. A 9-3 win over Kindred Richland as they banged out a total of 10 hits last night. Is Jackson Hankey the big hit, capping a 5-run fourth inning with a 3-run homer. They hit a hanging curveball from Ethan Ligon of Kindred Richland and well over the right field wall and cleared the James River beyond the right field fence. It was a missile. I think it landed sometime early this morning. A 3-run shot from Jackson Hankey. Nate Zavalny also had a two-run single as part of that 5-run assault in the fourth inning as the Aggies jumped out to an early 4-0 lead. So Kindred Richland trimmed it to 4-3 after 3, and that was enough for Jacob Arovic on the mound as Arovic picked up the win, went the distance, 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Thompson, the 5-4 win, come from behind, walk-off victory last night. These teams did not meet in the regular season, but they do have very familiar in summer baseball through the youth levels and Babe Ruth up to Legion Ball. So they've met a few times. There's no doubt about that. So the Aggies will be the visiting team on the scoreboard as the number 3 seed. Thompson's the top seed. Gets last ups throughout the tournament as we take a look at the starting lineup. Brett Omdahl, the head coach of the Aggies, as Jacob Arovic will lead things off here. At second base, batting second will be the shortstop Nate Zavalny. Batting third in center field will be Jackson Hankey, who had that big hit, a 3-run shot last night. First home run of the tournament. We've had 2 long balls so far here in the State B. Adam Zavalny catching and hitting fourth. Batting fifth, starting pitcher tonight will be Tom Magnuson. Batting sixth will be the third baseman Stephen Thompson. Batting seventh will be the first baseman Nick Thompson. Batting eighth will be the designated hitter Will Magnuson. He'll DH for the right fielder Bryce Wood, and batting ninth will be the left fielder Charles Thompson. So Arovic, Zavalny, and Hankey, Adam Zavalny, Magnuson, and Stephen Thompson, Jack Thompson, Will Magnuson, and Charles Thompson. The Thompsons, by the way, all 3 are cousins. The Magnusons are brothers, and the Zavalnys are also brothers as well for the Park River Fordville-Lankin Aggies. They're lining up down the third base line, as you can see in the background as they are announced. So the Thompson Tommies defense, Marcus Hughes will get the call on the mound for head coach Brady Schwab. Hughes on the rubber here for the championship. Trey Larimer behind the plate. Calvin Schwabe's at third. Caden Schwabe is at shortstop. Jacob Dick at second. Tyler Haig at first. And the outfield from left to right, Braden Amborn, Cole Sorby, and Brett Sutter-Haig throughout the outfield for the Thompson Tommies. Let's update you on some of the other state tournament play going on. Got a dandy of a game going on in the 7th inning. Scoreless between Kindred Richland and Central Cass. Class B softball final. They are actually going to the bottom of the 7th right now. Central Cass and Kindred Richland are scoreless. So a gem of a championship game there with the Squirrels and Kindred Richland. The Vikings trying to repeat as state champions there. State soccer, Fargo Davies defeating Shanley 1-0, so the Eagles winning the title in girls soccer. So Davies with a 1-0 win, and West Fargo had a big lead on Dickinson, 18-1 at last check in the state baseball tournament. It was 18-1 at last check over Dickinson. Packers got tailed the first inning. Looks like they're on their way to a state baseball title. The Packers softball team winning over Bismarck to win the Class A state softball championship. So we've got a couple of state champions to be decided here in Class B baseball at Thompson and Park River Fordville-Lankin. And on the other side of Jamestown up to the north, a scoreless matchup, bottom of the seventh with Central Cass and Kindred Richland. As there you see the Tommies being introduced. So we will take a quick timeout, come back with the opening pitch of this one. Should be a dandy. Top-seeded Thompson, unbeaten, 21-0. And Park River Fordville-Lankin at 22-2. As our national anthem up next, we'll take a timeout. Be back with the starting lineups and first pitch after this timeout. It's the state championship, Class B baseball here in the NFHS network. We're back in just a moment. So our national anthem is we're about pretty close to on schedule here throughout the day. Tom Perius will call balls and strikes. Tom from Langdon. Eric Olson down the third base line. Eric from Gwinner and Pat Adair from Lisbon down the first base line. They've had a number of state tournaments and three pretty good ones here to make all the important calls here this evening. Games from earlier today here at the State B baseball tournament at Jack Brown Stadium. Seventh place game. Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood, Glenburn, Bow Bells, Kenmare, a 4-1 win over Rugby. Consolation championship. 13-12 Bishop Ryan in a slugfest, holding off Shiloh Christian. Ryan winning 13-12, and Kindred Richland surviving a late rally by Carrington. Vikings behind Brandon Raisler gave up just one hit in 6 innings. And a 6-0 lead going into the seventh. Carrington 5 runs off a couple of relievers, Josh Dora and Brandon Hoyme, and Raisler, who had just enough pitches for one batter left, came in and got the final out on a strikeout to end it. And the Vikings end the year 29-2 as Raisler struck out Jaden Rosenau to win it 6-5. So Raisler, a baseball rarity, a win and a save. He saved his own game and ends the year at 9-0, and a pair of wins in the state tournament here for the Kindred Richland Vikings. As you see Marcus Hughes taking his warm-up tosses as Hughes finished up with a 7th on Thursday. Scoreless inning. Through 25 pitches, he walked 2 and did not strike out a batter, so he has 110 pitches. The pitch count at 135, and he has 110 to try and go as far as he can here for the Thompson Tommies tonight. Meantime, for Park River Fordville-Lankin, Tom Magnuson used Nate Savalli and Trent Carlson to the Aggies on Thursday. Arovic went the distance, so he's got his full allotment of pitches, does Magnuson. And say the cupboard really not bare, as Zavalny went 77 pitches in 6 innings in the opening round to take care of Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood, so he has 58 remaining. Even Arovic, if you need him, has 32 left, but there should be enough arms available. And you get a winner-take-all, one-game situation. Everybody's probably available at this point. Good crowd assembled here at Jack Brown Stadium, and we're glad you're with us here just a little after 7 p.m. Sun Worshippers delight, 7:05 of the first pitch. It's a strike and it's 0-1. 83 beautiful degrees.
7:06, game time temperature 81 degrees.
83 degrees by our counts, west-northwest wind at 14 miles an hour, and strike 2 to Arovic, and it's quickly 0-2. Jacob Arovic last night had a hit and a walk and a sacrifice fly, and he pulls one to left. That will drift off into foul territory, and chased out there by Braden Amborn, but in foul territory, still 1-2. Arovic last night, a single, a walk, a sacrifice fly, officially 1 for 3, 2 runs scored, and a run batted in. Hughes rocks and fires, fastball outside, it's 1-2. Head coach Brett Omdahl down the third baseline. Jake Schauer and Brent Zimmerman, the assistants. Ground ball up the middle to the left of second. Caden Schwabe fires a bullet onto first, and there's out number one. Thompson last night, it was not their A game, maybe B minus C plus. 3 errors in the field. Normally a team that's pretty airtight defensively. One down, Nate Zavalny. One thing the Aggies, a little more than your average Class B high school baseball team. They throw a lot of lefties at you. Nate Zavalny, shortstop, wears number 15. A knee-high strike, it's 0-1. 2 for 4, 3 runs batted in. Zavalny, RBI single in the second, a 2-run single in the fourth. Pitch a ball, and it's 1-1. Jackson Hankey on deck. That top 3 in the order did the majority of the damage last night. Turns away from an inside delivery, and 2-1 the count. Arovic, 2 runs scored, 1 run batted in. Zavalny, 3 runs batted in. Jackson Hankey, 2 hits, including a 3-run homer. Dribbled foul, pulled foul off the protective fence in the first base dugout where Thompson is occupied. The home team dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Zavalny. Widespread stance. It's a hard hit ball to first. Scooped up by Haig. He'll take it himself, and there's the second out. And here's Jackson Hankey. Hankey has been recruited to play football. He's a preferred walk-on at North Dakota State. You can see why. Power on display last night. A 3-run homer. Went 2 for 4. 3-run homer. A lot of folks were talking about that. And a hanging curveball. He was sitting on a breaking pitch and got it and drilled it on a 2-strike pitch. Strike it, it's 1-1. So Hughes, 12 pitches so far here in the first. He can get through this very explosive top third of the order. Chopper wide of first and foul the ball, then 2 strikes. What's that? 1-2. We'll play him to pull throughout the outfield, and they'll play deep. Hughes deals. High chopper wide of third and foul. The ball in 2 strikes. Can't really see Sorby, but he's fairly deep. Straight away out in center. Likewise, Sutter, Haig, and right. Hard hit ball right side. Played by Dick at second. Set, short flip to first in time to end the inning. 3 ground ball outs, and the Aggies are down here at the top of the first inning. Nothing to cross. Nice inning for Marcus Hughes early. 1, 2, 3 at the top of the first. Half inning complete. Class B state championship from Jack Brown Stadium in Jamestown. Park River, Fordville-Lankin, nothing. Thompson coming up. We'll get to the Tommies batting order after this. Bottom of the first, look at the Thompson Tommies batting order. Caden Schwabe will lead things off at shortstop. Batting second will be the catcher, Trey Larimer. Calvin Schwabe, the older of the Schwabe brothers. It's Calvin is senior, Caden is sophomore. He'll hit third at third base. Brett Sutter Haig batting fourth in right field. Batting fifth and pitching Marcus Hughes. Batting sixth. Game-winning hit last night for Tyler Haig. He's at first base. Hayden Overby, the designated hitter. He'll DH for the second baseman, Jacob Dick. Batting eighth, left fielder Braden Amborn. Batting ninth, the center fielder Cole Sorby. Defensively for the Aggies, Tom Magnuson will be on the mound. More in his numbers in just a moment. Adam Zavalny behind the plate. Around the infield, Stephen Thompson at third. Nate Zavalny at shortstop. Jacob Arovic at second. Nick Thompson at first. The outfield from left to right, Charles Thompson, Jackson Hankey, and Bryce Wood. Hayden Schwabe will lead things off here in the bottom of the first. Takes a fastball low from Magnuson, and 1-0 the count. Caden Schwabe last night, 1 for 3. An RBI single in the second, was intentionally walked in the sixth, and a ball makes it 2-0. Larimer and Calvin Schwabe to follow, much like the Aggies batting order. Very crucial to try and get and keep these, especially the top 2, off the base paths. 2-1 the count. They have a lot of speed. Magnuson 4-1 coming into the state tournament, a 1.70 ERA, 24 2/3 innings, 33 strikeouts. His Schwabe targeting a fastball and fouls it away to make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brady Schwab, head coach in the third base coaching box. Magnuson with a fastball. Slice foul, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nate Savalny started, got the win in the opening round. 5-2 win over Mohall. Lansford Sherwood is a drive to center. Hankey into the gap makes the catch. Went to throw it back in. He nearly slipped. Well, he did slip but didn't completely go down, but he was kind of cheating in center field, playing in shallow, got a good break and saved himself some steps. A hard hit ball, but it's just an out. 1 down for Trey Larimer, right-handed hitting catcher. Larimer, a junior. And a fastball for a ball, 1-0 the count. Larimer last night 0 for 3. Got hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. That forced in a run in that 3-run second inning that Tommies were in a position they really hadn't been in. Behind and early on. 4 runs allowed last night, the most they've given up in a game. 2-0 delivery, called strike, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Magnuson humped up on that fastball there. A wave and a miss. Comes back, trying to go up the ladder and missed. Full count. Already gone through 11 pitches. That's the second batter here in this one. Fastball, a high drive to center. Hankey in, back, still chasing, staggering, and a nice over-the-shoulder catch in center. He stumbled for just an instant, but able to stay with it. And an over-the-shoulder catch, had plenty of room out there in center. And 2 away. Now, west-northwest wind. Ball hit to center. It's really out more to left and left center, so you're not going to get a whole lot of carry from center on into right. Callan Schwabe is striking its 0-1. Callan Schwabe 1 for 2 at an RBI on Thursday in the opening round win over the Rugby Panthers. A ground ball out to second, down to one knee, fielded by Arovic, and on to first on a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down, go the Tommies in the bottom of the first inning. 1 inning in the books. State Class B boys baseball championship from Jamestown. Aggies and Tommies. No score. We're back after this on the NFHS Network. Scoreless as we head to the top of the second. High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS Network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country and right here in North Dakota. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination. NFHSnetwork.com. High school happens here. For the North Dakota events in particular, go to NFHSnetwork.com/NDHSAA. Or if you do a search and type in NDHSAA, North Dakota High School Activities Association, that'll direct you to where you need to be. The Aggies to bat here in the top of the second in a scoreless game. Adam Zavalny to lead things off against Marcus Hughes. First pitch swinging. Hammered through on the right side. In for a base hit. Past Dick, and the ball gets by Sutter Haig. And will go deep into right field. Zavalny for 2 and checks in there. Leadoff base runner. Single and an error charge to Sutter Haig, allowing Zavalny the extra base. So a single and an error.
Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 22, Tom Magnuson.
We'll see if the extra base in the air there proves costly. Runner into scoring position. Tom Magnuson, the batter. Adam Zavalny 0 for 3, a run scored and a walk. Tom Magnuson had a big 2-out 2-run double, 2 for 4 last night. A 2-run double in the first inning against Kindred Richland. Makes a strike, 0-1. The middle infielder's Dick just not 2-3 steps off of second, now retreats, bunted, and that'll go foul in 2 strikes. He didn't square up the first time around, but I think on 0-1, thinking, well, if we can get one down, we'll see what happens. They weren't really anticipating a bunt. Now I think he's swinging away. It's Dick at second, kind of keeping an eye on that base runner and then scampering back to a normal position at second. Hughes to the plate. Got him. Strike 3. First strikeout for Hughes and one away here in the top of the second. Stephen Thompson will hit.
Batting 6, the third baseman, number 27, Stephen Thompson.
Stephen Thompson, 0 for 4 last night. Talked about earlier, the Thompsons are all cousins. Stephen, Nick, and Charlie. Pitch is a ball, and it's 1-0. The Magnusons are brothers. I believe they are twins. And then the Zavalny brothers, the Zavaldys are also brothers too. 1-0. Off speed delivery. Well, he took something off there and called strike. 1-1. I don't think that was the pitch he was sitting on, but
Bishop Ryan, I wanted to go to Ryan High School.
nicely done. 1-1 the count.
I don't know, I was stupid, I guess. I don't
Popped up, middle of the infield. Who would like it? Hughes will give way. Looks like it'll be Schwabe behind the mound and makes the catch. Caden Schwabe the catch. Hughes gave up on that one. I think gave way on that one. He pointed up and said, somebody else take this. And Schwabe, the captain, took charge. 2 down. And Nick Thompson will be the batter. Nick Thompson last night, a double in 4 trips, 1 for 4. Back foot nearly in that back line, the chalk of the batter's box. A pie ball 1. So Zavalny was at second with nobody out, still there with 2 away here in the top of the second. 23 pitches right now for Marcus Hughes. The delivery in the dirt, nicely done. Trey Larimer able to clutch that one to his chest protector and prevent that one from going to the screen. And a 2-0 count. You have a base open. Will Magnuson, the DH, on deck. 2-0 off speed high. 3-0 the count. You know, a spot if you want to pitch around him, you can. Called strike, taking all the way 3-1. Now what do you come back with? You try another fastball, you maybe try to get him to chase, get him off balance. Seen Hughes try to include his off-speed stuff. Serve to left, could be trouble, hustling in. Nice running catch by Braden Amborn to end the inning. The Aggies going to run her to second with nobody out, and Zavalny didn't get any further. No runs in the inning, no runs a hit, 1 error, 1 left. Inning and a half complete. State Class B Baseball Championship from Jamestown. No score with the Aggies and the Tommies. We're back after this on the NFHS Network. Inning and a half complete, no score in this state championship game here in the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com, National Federation of High Schools. So it will be for the Tommies in the bottom of the second. Brett Sutter-Haig to lead things off.
16, Brett Sutter-Haig.
Sutter-Haig last night, 0 for 2. He walked twice, including intentionally walked in the 7th. Hughes and Tyler Haig to follow. Magnuson with a strike. Impressive fastball here in the early stages of the state championship. 0-1. He's just airing it out, working fast. Oh, they pitch hit him. Got him right between the 1 and the 6 on the back of his gray threads, and a hit batsman to start the second.
Pitcher number 2, Marcus Hughes.
And bring up Marcus Hughes. Hughes is sophomore. The scary part of this Thompson team, there's 2 seniors, and a lot of the core players are underclassmen. They have played a lot of baseball. Park River, a lot of this pitching staff was a part of the state Babe Ruth title last year in the summer level, summer leagues. Up high, 1-1 to Marcus Hughes. Hughes last night, 1 for 3. Single, scored a run, intentionally passed in the 7th as well. Fastball, knee-high strike. Well, he has not missed up too far, at least not enough to get in trouble yet. 1-2 in the delivery. Jammed in pop-up. Wouldn't be trouble. Backpedaling is Thompson, and the shortstop, Nate Zavalny, at the last second made the catch. Steven Thompson looked like he had the play, and then Zavalny at the last second just cut in front of him and made the grab. Tyler Haig with a game-winning hit last night in the drawn-in infield. A hit here for the Tommies, first baseman, up and in, ball one. Scoreless here in the bottom of the second. State championship. Beautiful night here in Jamestown. 2 one-run games so far today on the pitch. Upstairs, 2-0. Hayden Overby is on deck. Magnuson, 4-1 in the year. Their best strikeout pitcher, over a strikeout an inning, 33 and 24 and 2/3 innings coming into the state tournament. The count now 2-1. Modest lead by Sutter Haig off of first, and it's up and in to make it 3-1. Hankey shallow in center. Charlie Thompson in left off the line, and there's ball 4. Tommies have something cooking. 2 on, 1 out is catcher Adam Zavalny will walk the ball back to Magnuson. Brief conversation comes to a close, and the batter Overby 1 for 3. RBI single and a run scored last night against Carrington. DHing for the second baseman Jacob Dick. Pitch a ball, 1-0 at the plate. Just below the knees is Tom Perius, and 1-0 the count.
He didn't like it, I don't think.
8 hits last night for Thompson.
Is that what Anderson?
Tyler Haig was the only one with more than 1 hit. There's a called strike. And the theme that we talked about earlier in some of the previous games today, you really have, it's a good balance up and down lineups. And that's in the case here in the state tournament. Dribbled foul, 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
For both these teams' lineups, the run producers and the big sticks are towards the top of the order. That was on display, especially for the Aggies last night. 1-2. Able to fight that one off. Overby, kind of emergency hack, and just got a piece of it foul to make it 1 and 2. 2 on, 1 out.
Was it free refill?
A hit batsman and a walk. Getting a pair of base runners on for the Tommies here in the second.
I think so.
In the dirt, backhanded by Zavalny. 2 and 2. Throw back to second. Nearly got away, but Sutter Haig back in time. 30 pitches right now for Magnuson.
Stainless steel thermos has been turned into the concession stand.
Slight bend, crouch at the knees for Overby. Chop to the right side. Played by Thompson. Flip to Magnuson covering, and just got him. A race to the base, and Magnuson just beating Overby for the out, but it moves the runners up a base. Sutter Haig to third, Tyler Haig to second. Score at 3-1. So Overby just looking to make contact. Beat that one right into the ground. Chopper to the right side. He tried to leg it out and almost did. Braden Amborn. 1 for 2 as the ball gets away from Zavalny. Sutter Haig will try to score, and he will. 1-0. See if they'll score that as a pass ball or a wild pitch. Wild pitch. All right, wild pitch will score Sutter Haig. Tyler Haig to third. Pitch was low and outside. He tried to backhand it, and Amborn now an RBI chance. Now a 1-1 count to Amborn. 1 for 2 last night. Magnuson deals. Fastball. Base hit left field. Tyler Haig scores. 2-0 Tommies. Amborn had an RBI last night. A huge 2-out single to make it a 2-run second. And Cole Sorby, a couple of home runs in the year for the Tommies to hit next in that number 9 hole. 1 for 2 last night, and shot just foul and 1 strike. Sorby at the plate. I'd be surprised if they try to get him moving. Casual toss over to first, kind of getting that secondary lead. Seeing how far he can get before Magnuson decides to throw over there. He's got that lead, probably a primary lead of the pitch. There's a shot. Oh, gloved it short. Nice play, and they flip on to second in time. Zavalny, a great play, flipping to Arovic to force out Amborn. And in the inning, but the Tommies take the lead. 2 runs in the inning, just 1 hit. No errors and 1 left. Tommies strike first here in the state championship after 2. Thompson 2. Park River, Fordville-Lankin nothing. We're back after this on the NFHS Network. So 2-0 Thompson as we go to the top of the third. Brad Anderson with you.
For the Aggies, batting 8, the designated hitter, number 14, Will.
Liz and Taylor rounding out our crew here. Our 6th game. We brought you the semis last night and all 4 games today from the state tournament here at Jack Brown Stadium in Jamestown. Will Magnuson, the DH, will lead things off against Hughes. First pitch swinging, a shot trapped at second by Dick from his knees, throws him out. Hard hit ball with the DH. Magnuson is down to his knees and just trapped it. And completing the play for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out in the third.
Left fielder, number 1, Charlie Thompson.
It's 4 ground ball out so far for Hughes. Just 28 pitches as he works in the third. Charlie Thompson, the batter. There's number 1. He swings to the first pitch. Hammers it and in the hole. Dick the play. The flip to Hughes, covering and got him. 2 down. Ranging over, Hay couldn't get there, but Dick into the hole, going to his left. Nice play, and you got to try and hit the moving target with the pitcher Hughes covering, and kind of have to lead him with the throw, and he did. 2 pitches, 2 outs in the third, and the batter Jacob Arovic. I don't know if you're Arovic, it might be good to maybe take a pitch or 2. He only did there, strike 1. Kind of one of those unwritten baseball rules that the first 2 guys go out quickly. Takes another pitch, and that one, a curve sails outside. 1-1. Arovic grounded to short in his first at bat. 2-0 Thompson. We're at the top of the third. Fastball, strike, and it's 1-2. Well, last we had checked, state Class B softball title was scoreless in the 7th. Kindred Richland at Central Cass, and the delivery high. 2-2. If we can get you an update on that. Kindred Richland winning 1-0. So the Vikings win the state title. Defending that state championship. 1-0 was the final score. And a run on the last of the 7th. 2-2. In the air to right, Sutter Hagen a couple of steps, waits, makes the catch to end the inning. Marcus Hughes is retired 6 straight, a 1-2-3 inning. As the Aggies go down in order in the third through 2.5 here in the NFHS Network coverage of the North Dakota State Class B baseball tournament. Thompson keeps a 2-0 lead here on Park River Fordville-Lankin. Back after this. 2-0 Thompson, top of the order for the Tommies to face Tom Magnuson. Caden Schwabe line to center in his first at bat. Set to face Magnuson. Fastball cut the plate in half, strike 1. Well, a lot like last year in the state championship where the Tommies did come back, and it was really small ball. They took advantage of some Beulah mistakes in the field. They drive to center. Hankey drifting back, and got a shoulder-high catch for out number 1. Schwabe retired. And 1 down. They kind of pieced it together that way and held off Beulah 3-2. Trey Larimer to the plate, fly to center in his first at-bat. A foul off the mask of catcher Zavalny in strike 1. 39 pitches right now for Magnuson, and again, he's got 120. That's what he can go. It's 120 per day, 135 for the tournament, and outside 1-1.
Base City Rollers, some Base City,
Larimer been held in check at the plate through this state tournament. and he called strike. 1-2. Maybe strike zones are pretty consistent from Tom Perry. It's one of the best in North Dakota umpiring. In the air to right. Drifting back is Wood. Has it measured and makes the catch. 2 down here in the third. 5 fly balls / pop-up outs recorded by Magnuson of the 80 has set down so far through 2 2/3. Callan Schwabe, the batter.
12.
And the pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. 2 losses for the Aggies, both to Langdon Munich in the season. Ground ball through the right side. That's in for a base hit. Wood charges, bobbles it, and now will retrieve it.
Right fielder Brett Sutter-Haig.
And the batter is Brett Sutter-Haig. And Schwabe with a single. And Agneson steps off. And the pitch way high for ball 1. Sutter-Haig hit by a pitch, scored on a wild pitch with 2 out as both the runs for the Tommies scored with 2 men out. Pitch is misses inside. Now 2-0 the count. Marcus Hughes on deck, but 2 down of the inning. Tommies out hitting the Aggies here in the early goings of this one. 2-1. Magnuson steps off. Schwabe not really extending on that lead. He bluffs going and a foul at the plate. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Shortstop Zavalny playing a little closer over to the second base bag. As you can see, just in the background, runner is on the move, pitches a ball, throw to second there, the tag, and they got him. Zavalny covering, and Schwabe gunned down by Zavalny. A strike from Adam Zavalny, guns him down. Score at 2-6, and that ends the inning. Tommy's down in the third, no runs a hit, no errors, and nobody left. After 3, Thompson 2, Park River Fordville-Lankin nothing. Back after this on the NFHS Network. Welcome back here to Jack Brown Stadium. One of the best ballparks, if not the best, in North Dakota. As this game clipping right along. A little over a half hour completed through 3. 2-0 in favor of the Tommies. 2 runs, 2 hits, and an error for Thompson. 0-1-0 as you see for Park River Fordville-Lankin. Nate Zavalny, Jackson Hankey, and Adam Zavalny. All threats to face Marcus Hughes in the 4th. First pitch, a called strike. And 0-1. Nate Zavalny grounded out to first. His first at bat, Nate Zavalny came in 458 into the state tournament. 26 runs batted in. A swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Well, Marcus Hughes, 36 pitches right now. Still working in the 4th, so a lot left in the tank. And the delivery downstairs. Trying to get him to extend the strike zone. And 1-2. Let's see adjustments the Aggies make second turn through the order. Chopper right side. Haig to play it. He'll take it to the bag himself for the out, and there's one away. 3 unassisted for at number 1, and 6 ground ball outs recorded.
Center fielder Jackson Hankey.
Out of the 10 so far for Marcus Hughes, and the batter Jackson Hankey. Rounded a second in his first at bat. You gotta miss down to the zone. They drive Hankey to right. Got a chance. It is off the wall and right. Jackson a big turn. Sutter-Haig plays it. Hankey for 2, and he is in. Head first slide to double. Off the base of the right field fence as he pulled one to the corner. And Hankey has an extra base hit.
Catcher, Adam Zavalny.
The batter's Adam Zavalny. So Hankey, who had 28 runs batted in coming into the state tournament, added to that with a 3-run shot last night. And a laser for a double with 1 out. The batter, Adam Zavalny. Didn't have the height to clear the fence, but boy, it was. And they have a stat in Major League Baseball. How hard a ball is hit in miles per hour leaves a guy's bat. That one had to be exceeding the speed limit. 1-0 the count. Zavalny, a single, took second on an error. And the pitch is a hard hit ball to second. Oh, nice play by Dick. In the seat of his pants, fires and didn't get him. Ball gets away. Off to the sidewall as Hankey will score. It's 2-1. Dick made a great play from the seat of his pants. Tried to throw him out at first.
Pitcher, Tom Magnuson.
An error charged to Dick at second. Hankey scores. And Zavalny holding first, 2-1, and Brady Schwab, Tommy's coach, will come out for a visit. It was a great play, and Dick's done a nice job showing a lot of range at second base tonight. I say he was trying to get enough on it. He probably thinking he didn't have enough time to get up and try and make a play to throw him out, so he tried to get enough on it from his bottom to try and throw him out, and the ball was not held by Hank at first, but still a pretty good effort nonetheless. Tom Magnuson, the batter. So the Aggies get one back, 2-1 here in the fourth. Throw to first and Zavalny back in time. Outfield shallow, in particular left and center, and ball 1. Magnuson struck out looking. Hughes, it's the only strikeout he's recorded so far tonight. Breaking pitch, called strike. And it is 1-1. Final Class A baseball, West Fargo, the Packers. Made it a sweep in Class A. West Fargo winning state softball and state baseball on the Class A side. 10 in the first, 6 in the fourth. They routed Dickinson 18-2. And the delivery. Just low. Maybe a touch inside. 2-1 the count. Yep, 2-1. Hughes working quickly. Runner goes. Hit and run. That one just fouled down the right field line. Well, they put the wheels in motion, Coach Amdahl. Not a bad idea. Magnuson handles the bat well and really took it to the opposite field. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another step in that lead for Zavalny. He does not go. Pop foul, 2-2. The odds of running at a 2-2 count aren't always the best, because if it's a ball, he's probably going to go anyway on 3-2. There's different schools of thought, but that's one that those that pay attention to baseball, and I've talked to, I've kind of said that. 2-2 the count. Ground ball, diving stop by Dick, tries to throw him out at second, and safe. A diving stop to his left, an on-target throw, but late, and all hands are safe.
Third baseman Stephen Thompson.
So that will be an infield hit for Magnuson. Zavalny to second. A good effort there by Dick. An on-target throw. And just beat it. 2 on and 1 out. Stephen Thompson, the batter. Outside ball 1. Thompson popped to short in his first at bat. Go back to the second where the Aggies got Zavalny to second with nobody out. Couldn't get him home. You've got one. You have to make this hurt right now. The pitch. All strike. Making Hughes work. That pitch count now to 50, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss. Set him out front, 1-2. Alan Schwabe at third, playing a little bit closer to the line right now. Double play depth with Dick and Caden Schwabe. Your middle infielders. 2-2. Ground ball back to the mound. To second. Schwabe steps in the bag for one. That's all they'll get. Had to catch it and find second base. He wasn't quite at the bag. They do force out Tom Magnuson. Fielder's choice for Thompson. 1-6 for out number 2. Zavalny to third. And no guarantee they were going to get 2, but it was hit fairly quickly back to the mound to the batter, Nick Thompson. And Tommy's looking at the signs from their coach, Brady Schwab, and Larimer delivers it into the infield. And situation here, what to do if they do decide to send Thompson from first. Nick Thompson flying to left at his first at bat. Now another set of signs. Larimer checking Coach Schwab, and I'm guessing it would have something to do if they do decide to send Stephen Thompson. Do you throw it all the way through? If the pitcher cut it off, maybe try and surprise the runner at third, maybe? 1-1 the count. That's depending on if the runner from first decides to take off. Another key point in this game. Swinging a drive to right center. Could be trouble, and is. For extra bases, it'll shoot the gap in right center. 1 run to score. Here's Thompson at third. He'll be waved in. The ball rolling through the middle of the infield. 2 runs are in. It's a 2-run double for Nick Thompson, and the Aggies have the lead. It's 3-2. And out comes Brady Schwab. And we'll see if this will be the end of the line for Hughes. A 2-out, 2-run double for Thompson. As Zavalny and Stephen Thompson score, and the Aggies, who jumped out early in both their first games to take the lead, have had to play catch-up, and it's now 3-2. So the conference of the mound is over. All hit well over the head of Sorby, and found its way to the wall with 2 out. Stephen Thompson moving, and the batter, Will Magnuson. Conference of the mound over, and Aggies a little more patient here against Hughes, second time through the order. In the dirt, good block, Larimer. Keeps it in front of him, good stop. Runner stays put at second, ball 1. Will Magnuson grounded to second in his first at bat. Hughes in a stretch where he had retired 7 straight, and the Aggies have pounced on him since. And the delivery. Check swing, held up, a ball to make it 2-0 the count. To see some shadows come rolling in. A lot of them right now on the outfield fence, and the delivery is low. Most of the shadows starting to creep in from center and right field. And it's a 2-1 count to Will Magnuson. 3 here in the 4th to give the Aggies the lead. Out of the plate, ground ball out to short. Schwabe fields, sets, throws, and retires Magnuson, and the inning comes to a close. But the Aggies rally. 3 in the inning for Park River Fordville-Lankin. 3 runs, 3 hits, the big hit. 2-run, 2-out double from Thompson. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 Tommies error, and 1 left on. New score halfway home after 3.5. Park River Fordville-Lankin on top 3-2 over Thompson. Back after this on the NFHS Network.
For the Tommies, right fielder.
Brett Anderson back here in Jamestown. 3-2 as Brett Sutter-Haig to lead things off as Magnuson works with the lead for the first time. Sutter Haig and drive into right for a base hit. Just past the reach of Arovic. Throw on to first late. Had to take a chance, but Sutter Haig is a base hit. On for the second time. And the Tommies trying to respond, and quickly we'll have a runner at first. Joshua Sim, number 8, will run for Sutter Haig at first base. So Sutter Haig can re-enter. He can do that one time, excluding the pitcher and catcher, where he can use a courtesy runner. So Marcus Hughes, the batter, 49 pitches right now for Magnuson. They're guessing butt. Hughes doesn't butt. A drive to left center in for a base hit. Hankey cuts it off. As Sam will check in at second. Marcus Hughes has a base hit. And here come the Tommies here in the last of the fourth. That will bring up Tyler Haig, and let's see if Haig is bunting here. Magnuson, butt is on, pitch is low, ball one. Sim with a pretty good break off of second.
Here we go, Ty. You can do it, buddy. You're in command, Ty.
Oh, if the ball gets in the dirt, he gets a break, he could get to third. And a stab at it, and a bunt pop foul. Zavalny cannot make a play on it. Had room, and off his mitt. 1-1. Nearly got that first out as Haig stabbed at it on the bunt attempt, and good hustle by Zavalny, but couldn't squeeze it. So Haig with new life. It's Thompson at third, hugging the line. There's a bunt down the third base line, could be trouble. Thompson charges to first, high throw, and threw it away down the right field line. A run has scored to tie it up at 3. The throw to the plate kicks off the leg of Zavalny and finally scooped up in the infield, and taking second will be Tyler Haig, and the Tommies have tied it at 3. So a sacrifice for Haig and an error will be charged to Stephen Thompson at third as the throw went high to the sidewall. Sacrifice error 5. That gets the pinch runner, Joshua Sim, in. And I'm thinking they're talking there might be a second error. A second error to allow Tyler Haig an extra base as the return throw went towards the plate. It kicked off of Zavalny and then up the third base line where Magnuson picked it up. And then trailing the play is Haig, so he ended up at second. Brett Omdahl out for a visit, and the conference comes to a close. So one error. I think they're working on 2 errors. So an error on the throw. Error 5 on the second error. Okay, error 9. Got it. So 2 errors on that play for the Aggies. An error 5 on Thompson for the first throw. And the return throw back to the infield as Overby loops one to center. It'll drop in front of Hankey. A base hit. Hughes will hustle in and score. The throw goes over the head of the third baseman, Thompson. Haig will end up at third. Second for Overby on that throw. An RBI single. The Tommies have a 4-3 lead here in the fourth. The Aggies are throwing it all over the diamond, and out comes Coach Brett Omdahl, and that should be it for Magnuson. So Overby an RBI single. Hughes scores. Haig to third. Brady Schwab asking Eric Olson, I think, is that it went past the dugout and off the sidewall. I think he's wondering if there should be another extra base maybe involved in that, but boy, the Aggies throwing it all over the place. We'll have a new pitcher as it will be Nate Zavalny to come in to pitch now for Park River Fordville-Lankin. So a single for Overby, and if they charged another error on that. So it was 2 errors in the previous play, one to Thompson and then one to the right fielder Wood. And I think they might have added another error on the board as well. So Zavalny will come in and pitch. Magnuson, as Hughes scores to make it 4-3. Runners now at second and third.
Now pitching for the Aggies, number 15,
Nate Zavalny will pitch. So 3 innings plus, still nobody out. Braden Amborn will hit. So 5 hits allowed. So far, 4 runs. It'd be 4-3 in favor of Thompson. They need to add another run to the board here. It's runner in second and third, nobody out. Amborn who singled in a run. There we go, 4-3 in favor of Thompson. There's a lot going on in the last couple of at-bats, so he did add another error on the throw. Error charged to Hankey, allowing an extra base for Overby. And he called strike, 0-1. Amborn a 2-out single in his last at bat. So the infield will come in now for the Aggies. Zavalny deals, and it is a strike. 0-2 now. No strikeouts for Magnuson, and 1-hit batsman and a walk. Finish his numbers here in a minute. Swinging a dribbler foul. And 2 strikes still to Amborn. Cole Sorby is on deck.
12 at second. Gotta be.
Other defensive changes. Get those for you as we go along. Zavalny deals, popped up foul out of play, and still 2 strikes. So Nick Thompson moves to second base. And that'll move Arovic to short, I believe. Pitch is low. As Adam Zavalny, or Nate Zavalny checked that. Now on the mound, 1-2 pitch. Ground ball back to Zavalny, checks the runner back to third. The flip to Magnuson at first, so Magnuson now in at first base, stays in the game at first, retires Amborn, 1-3, out number 1. And the batter is Sorby. Cole Sorby hit into a fielder's choice in his first at bat. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Infield in at the corners. Not quite all the way in the middle infielders, just a little past halfway. Zavalny deals, fouled back. 2 strikes. Was able to get ahead both with Amborn. Same thing here with Sorby. So Zavalny just trying to do some damage control here. Keep it at 4-3, keep it in reach. Got it. Knee-high fastball for strike 3. Sorby rung up. 2 away. 1 out from getting out of further damage, but a tough out to try and get in Caden Schwabe. It's Haig at third, Overby now at second with 2 away. Caden Schwabe, a line drive to center and a fly ball out to center. 0 for 2 here tonight. And the pitch, fisted, right side, played by Magnuson, raised to the base, and he will get there to end the inning. 3 unassisted, so a great job by Zavalny. Nate Zavalny gets a comebacker, a strikeout, and a ground ball out to first. But the damage done as the Tommies get 2 runs in the inning. They do so on 3 hits, 3 Aggies errors, and 2 left on in scoring position. New score as we head to the 5th, 4 complete in the state championship. Thompson 4, Park River Fordville-Lankin 3 here on the NFHS Network. We're back after this timeout. Brett Sutter Haig back into the game, re-enters in right field for Thompson as Tommies retake the lead, 4-3. We head to the top of the 5th.
Number 1, Charlie Thompson.
This championship game, not quite an hour old. Charlie Thompson will lead things off here in the 5th. Outside from Marcus Hughes, ball 1. 58 pitches right now for Hughes. Ground ball past the mound, played by Dick at second. Low throw and dug it out. Did Haig for out number 1. Threw a slider to first, but Jacob Dick, who's been busy at second, bailed out by his first baseman there. Thompson retired. 4-3 the play. One out. And Arovic to the top of the order. Arovic started at second, now at shortstop. And time called. Tom Paris, the umpire, was looking out at the outfield. Shadows starting to loom in. Shadows now drifting behind home plate, but the mound of the plate area still in the sunshine. Mid-evening sun. Ball one to Arovic. Back to the top of the order. Jacob Arovic 0 for 2. Only the top of the order held in check. Zavalny and Arovic each 0 for 2. Hankey had a double to start the 3-run rally in the fourth. The ball makes it 2-0. And the pitch wide to the screen. 3-0 the count. So Hughes working with the lead again, and we'll see how long a leash he has here. Right now 62 pitches. And the delivery is low. That's a 4-pitch walk. Hughes' first walk tonight. He had 25 pitches in relief Thursday, so he has 110 left starting the game. So 64 right now, that's 89. So 46 left for his full 135 pitch count. Nate Zavalny, the batter. Runner bluffs going, and a strike, 0-1. Zavalny 0 for 2. Couple of ground ball outs to the right side. Throw back to first, nearly caught Arovic leaning the wrong way, and he gets back in time. Arovic, 382 coming into the state tournament as Hughes to the plate, and Zavalny swings a drive into left center field. Chasing it, Sorby into the gap, and it's over his head, and that one will have enough steam to get to the wall in left center. Arovic at third will be waved in. He will try to score. Schwabe's throw to the plate is not in time. The ball gets away. Hughes will play it off the sidewall. Zavalny to third, and a tie game at 4 here in the fifth. Zavalny to the opposite field. Between Amborn and Sorby into the alley. An RBI double. Arovic's throw, or the Arovic scoring is the throw from Schwabe to the plate. Larimer had to try and work his way around the oncoming base runner. Ball got away, but Hughes quickly backed it up. They'll intentionally walk Jackson Hankey. They want no part of him. Zavalny taking third of the throw. And I think they did add an error on the board as well. So the error 6, allowing an extra base for Zavalny on the throw, for Nate Zavalny. So the intentional walk to Hankey, Adam Zavalny with runners on the corners. And 1 down, so identical totals for both teams. 4 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors. Hankey goes, the throw all the way through, and safe. Schwabe's tag is Hankey with a bit of a hook slide, trying to reach to the outfield side of the bag, and he nearly got him. Stolen base for Jackson Hankey. Pretty good throw from Larimer. So, out comes Brady Schwab, the Thompson coach, and it's a 1-ball count to Nate Zavalny, and we may have a pitching change. Yep, Brett Sutter-Haig is headed to the dugout, and I think that'll be it. So Hughes is done. 4 1/3 innings. 5 hits allowed, so far 4 runs, but he's on the hook for Nate Zavalny and Jackson Hankey at third and second respectively. So we'll have some changes coming. Rest of the numbers here on Marcus Hughes. So far 4 runs. 2 walks and 1 strikeout. So Brett Sutter-Haig will come in from right field to pitch and get the rest of the defensive changes for you here for the Tommies. So Marcus Hughes goes to shortstop. Hughes now at short.
Now pitching for the Tommies, number 16, Brett Sutter. Hey.
And that will move, I believe we'll move Callan Schwabe to, he's still at third. Check that. Haig still at first as for Thompson. Actually have a new catcher, it appears. Trey Larimer is jogging out to, looks like he's headed out to right field. The catcher to right field, the pitcher. And that must mean Caden Schwabe is the new catcher. So I think we've got this here. Caden Schwabe is now catching. Larimer from catcher to right. Sutter Haig from right field to the pitcher's spot. Marcus Hughes from pitcher to short. I think everything else stays the same. So there we go. So Sutter Haig will face Adam Zavolny with the 1-ball count. So it's a 1-0 count, so he'll take over the batter here. With 2 on, 1 out, 1 in. Now a 4-4 tie. It's starting to get real here for both teams. Sutter Haig, checking the numbers, this is his first appearance of the state tournament. The lefty continues on his warm-up tosses, so he'll assume the 1-0 count here. Lefty to lefty here with Tom Magnuson on deck. Tommy's infield playing for the most part back. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Callan Schwabe, he's playing back at third. About halfway is Haig at first, to the middle infielders are back. And the pitch. Off-speed delivery. It missed. 2-1. We're waiting for the arm to come up from Tom Perius and missed inside, maybe a bit low. 2-1 the count. High set in the pitch from Sutter Haig. Swing and a miss. He's a definite change of pace out there. Not going to blow it by you. A lot of movement. Widespread stance here for Adam Zavolny. The catcher, 2-2 on the pitch. Swinging a drive to right center. Tagged well. Sorby back, chasing, and gone. A 3-run homer for Adam Zavolny. To deep right center field, and the Aggies have taken the lead at 7-4. Boy, that was blasted.
First baseman Tom Magnuson.
And that'll bring up Magnuson. Out ahead on 2 strikes, and Zavolny, to his credit, waited. Looked like got an off-speed pitch and did miss it. A 3-run blast with Nate Zavolny and Hankey on board. Tom Magnuson takes it high for ball 1 of the Aggies. With the big blow, a 3-run shot. We'll see if another 3-run homer is the difference tonight. It was last night with the Hankey blast as Magnuson a ground ball deep in the hole. Off the glove of Schwabe, picked up by Hughes, no play. And Magnuson reaches with an infield hit.
Third baseman Steven Thompson.
7 hits now for the Aggies. And the batter, Steven Thompson. 3 hits in the inning. And the pitch. Swing by Steven Thompson. Fly ball left center field. It'll be into the gap into left center. Sorby makes the catch. Steven Thompson retired. And 2 down here in the top of the 5th.
Second baseman Nick Thompson.
So Hughes will be charged with 6 of the runs. A delivery, a swing and a miss by Nick Thompson in strike 1. 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Sutter Haig will be charged with should be charged, I believe, with the 7th run. Curveball, able to lay off. 1-1. 8th batter of the inning here for Park River Fordville-Lankin. fouled. That one over the Aggies dugout. And 1-2 the count. 4 runs in the inning on 3 hits. Error mixed in there as well. An error at shortstop. And the delivery. Ground ball. Dribbled out to the right side. Dick with the play and on to Haig in time to end the inning. Damage done. 8 bat in the inning for the Aggies. They score 4. The big blast. The 3-run home run from Adam Zavalny to break the tie. 4 runs, 3 hits, an error. And they stranded base runners. We head to the last of the 5th. Back and forth we go. Park River, Fordville-Lankin. The Aggies lead Thompson 7-4 here on the NFHS network coverage of the North Dakota State Class B baseball tournament. We're back in just a moment. 7-4 in favor of Park River, Fordville-Lankin. The Tommies have another rally in them. So Nate Zavalny will come on. 4 runs allowed by Magnuson. First pitch swinging. There's a base hit to center. Off the bat of Larimer. So Larimer has his first hit tonight. Solid base hit. Hit number 6 now for Thompson. So the other defensive changes for Park River, Fordville-Lankin. Arovic is now at shortstop. Magnuson, after starting, stays in the game now at first base. As the batter is Callan Schwabe. Ground ball stabbed by Zavalny. The throw is dropped by Arovic, and all hands will be safe. Come back to Zavalny, but the throw not held by Arovic. And the error charged. Fielder's choice and an error charged. I think you got to give that to Arovic, I think, at shortstop of a pinch runner. Nick Reck will run at second base. He will run for Larimer as a courtesy runner. So Reck will run. I think you got to give that error to the shortstop. I think a catchable ball there. Fielder's choice and an error charge to Arovic. E6. That's now 4 for the Aggies. So it hasn't been completely picture perfect. The last inning and a half or so has been kind of here, there, and everywhere. Called strike to Sutter Haig, and it is 0-1. He was hit by a pitch and scored to the second and singled and scored. Actually, was run 4. That run came around to score in the 4th inning. Off-speed delivery misses, and it's 1-1. So Nate Zavalny, one of a handful of pitchers, 3-0. And had not allowed an earned run in 22 innings coming into the state tournament. Ball high, 2-1 the count. Well, it's been back and forth where it hasn't been pretty at times, but it's been back and forth. And each team has responded when the other has provided a challenge to them. Strike 2-2. Do the Tommies have another rally left in them? They're down to 9 outs left here in the bottom of the 5th. The delivery looped out to second, and a diving catch for the out. Throw back to first goes wide. It is backed up nicely by the catcher Zavalny. 1 out recorded. Adam Zavalny able to back up that throw, but a nice catch at second by Thompson. That Nick Thompson the catch. Diving grab. Sutter Haig retired. Throw to try and double off Callan Schwabe wide, but no advance by either runner. And the batter Marcus Hughes, who now is at shortstop. Called strike, 0-1. Well, Zavalny, a definite change of pace from the repertoire of Magnuson. Showed a good fastball. And the pitch is a ball to make it 1-1. That is a change of pace, and you see 2-3 different pitchers. You have to try and make adjustments, and sometimes on the fly. Well, the fastball there is probably one of the hardest fastballs we've seen. 2-1 the count. Arovic playing a little closer to second base, trying to keep an eye on the courtesy runner. Ball makes it 3-1 the count. Nick Reck running at second base for Larimer. 3-1. Swing and pulled foul. Out ahead of that one and yanked it foul to make it a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Let's see if they put the runners in motion. Might be something to maybe take a chance at. Runners stay put. Ground ball out to second. Thompson, the flip to Arovic for one. On to first, throw wide and safe. Ball is not held by Magnuson at first. Throw was wide anyway, and we'll keep the inning alive as Reck goes to third. Hughes on the fielder's choice. They get Schwabe
First baseman Tyler Haig.
on a 4-6 play for the second out. Runners on the corners now for Tyler Haig. Gotta have it moment for the Tommies. Need a little two-out magic here to peck away at this lead. They trail by 3 here in the 5th. Nate Zavalny comes to the set and deals. It is high, ball 1. Game about an hour and, not quite an hour and 15 minutes old. And the delivery's popped up. Might be room, foul territory. Look out, that one, it bounced off the top of the dugout. They do a protective fence, which extends from just past the first base dugout and across the grandstand. Is that one, well, there's maybe a few nervous folks down below thinking we might have to scatter, or we might get a souvenir somewhere where it hurts. 1-1 the count. Runner from first goes. He will not attempt to throw. Now they'll fire back to third on Reck, and safe there. He just about overslid third, and Thompson at third just trying to keep a tag on him just in case he did and leave the bag. So give Hughes a stolen base, sort of offensive indifference. We'll give him a steal. That puts 2 in scoring position. The count now 2-1 to Tyler Haig. Base hit could lead to 2 runs. Swing, fly ball center field. Hankey in, got a hustle, gets there and has it to end the inning. Haig flies to center. Tommies threaten and do not score in the 5th. No runs in the inning, no runs and a hit. 1 Aggies error, they strand 2. After 5, Park River Fordville-Lankin 7, Thompson 4. We're back after this on the NFHS Network. To the 6th we go. Brett Sutter Haig will come out. Well, actually, will stay out for the 6th inning. And the defensive changes. Hughes, starting pitcher now at shortstop. Larimer now in right field. He started the game behind the plate. And Caden Schwabe, started the game at shortstop, is now behind the plate. Will Magnuson to start things off on the 6th for the Aggies. And ball 1 low. Magnuson, Charlie Thompson, and Jacob Arovic. Park River Fordville-Lankin looking for their first ever state baseball championship. Roller out to short. Hughes waits for it, scoops it up, sets, throws, and got him. Out number 1. 3 ground ball outs off the bat of Will Magnuson tonight. 1 up, 1 down to the 6th for Charlie Thompson.
Left fielder Charlie Thompson.
Charlie Thompson 0 for 2. A couple of ground ball outs to the right side. Sutter Haig deals. The ball 1-0. A team that's as left-handed as the Aggies are, that's where Sutter Haig could prove to be an advantage here. If he can get through the bottom of the order. 2-0 the count. Righty Arovic on deck. Downstairs in 3-0. He started 4 1/3 innings, gave up 6 runs. Sutter Haig, the 3-run homer, surrendered to Adam Zavalny. Called strike. 3-1. And the delivery, it is low. So the Aggies representing Region 4 and going to take home a state title back to Northeast North Dakota. A 1-out walk. 3rd walk issued by Thompson pitching. Hughes walked 2, one of them intentional. And the batter will be Arovic. Flip it back to the top of the order now for Park River Fordville-Lankin. Called strike, and it's 0-1. Arovic 382 coming into the state tournament. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Swinging a foul at the plate. Oh, we got a piece of Schwabe in 2 strikes. Thompson got 2 in the second. Aggies 3 in the fourth. 2-run double from Nick Thompson gave them a very brief 3-2 lead. Thompson responded with 2 in their half of the fourth inning. Hayden Overby with an RBI single, and then 4 in the fifth. Zavalny's 3-run homer broke the tie. 3-run shot from Adam Zavalny, and a pitch for a ball makes it, check on the count, 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes to Arovic. Ford has 2-1. And the delivery in the dirt. Good block again by Schwabe. 2-2. The numbers, I don't have Adam Zavalny, don't have the home runs, but not sure if this is his first homer of the year or not with that 3-run blast. 2-2. Hard hit ball through the left side. Base hit. Charlie Thompson checks in at second. Arovic is first base hit. The Aggies looking for more here in the 6th. 2 on and 1 out for Nate Zavalny.
Come on, Tommy, slow down. Let's get the out. Let's go.
Nate Zavalny doubled in a run on his last at bat. Double to the opposite field, scored Arovic. And the pitch on the way. I think I hit him. Yes, it did. He was trying to spin away from it, but it clipped him in the back, and there's trouble brewing here in the 6th as a hit batsman loads him up for Jackson Hankey. Oh boy. If there was a base open, they'd put him on, but they don't have that luxury. Unless they say, you know what, we'll just give you a run, but I don't think they're in any kind of situation to take that. 3 on, 1 out, and the most dangerous hitter in the state tournament has a chance with ducks in the pond. And the delivery, well hit ball left center. Should be playable. Settling under it left field is Amborn. Makes the catch. Runner to tag. He will score. Throwing to third. Safe at third is Arovic. Charlie Thompson scores. Sacrifice fly for Jackson Hankey. That'll work for the Aggies. It's 8-4. The deep left center field. Boy, he just jumped on that first offering. Sacrifice fly. First run batted in for Hankey tonight. So runners on the corners, 2 down. Another lefty, Adam Zavalny, who took Sutter Haig deep to deep right center. And his last at bat, called strike, and it's 0-1. The old Earl Weaver style of baseball. Sit back, wait for the 3-run homer. Well, the 3-run homer has been on display for the Aggies 2 nights in a row. It put away Kindred Richland and has a chance maybe to put away Thompson here tonight. Foul tip and 2 strikes. Shadows creeping in around Jack Brown Stadium. Serve to left. Could be trouble. Schwabe drifting out. Backpedaling. Catch. Little snow cone action to make the catch to end the inning. Aggies had a run in the 6th. They do so with a run on a hit. No errors, and they strand a couple. Your new score after 5.5. Park River Fordville-Lankin now sits 6 outs away from the state championship. From Jamestown, Aggies 8, Thompson 4. Back after this on the NFHS Network. Reminder, fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS Network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination. NFHSnetwork.com. That's NFHSnetwork.com. High school happens here, and it's happening throughout the weekend throughout North Dakota. State tournaments in Mandan, West Fargo, winning both the Class A softball and baseball titles. Here in Jamestown, Kindred Richland, a thriller, 1-0 over Central Cass to repeat Class B softball champs.
Designated hitter number 15, Hayden Overby.
Davies winning the state soccer tournament. You had state tennis going on in Grand Forks, and right now Park River Fordville-Lankin an 8-4 lead on Thompson. Zavalny to Overby. First pitch swinging, a drive into right center for Hanking. Glides over to make the catch for out number one. One pitch and one out in the sixth. 5 outs to go now for the Aggies. So Overby had a single his last at bat of the fourth and quickly retired. Braden Amborn to hit. 1 for 2, an RBI single back in the second. Zavalny in relief of Magnuson. Right now the pitcher of record for the Aggies. Up high for a ball, and it's 1-0. 2 1/3 innings right now for Magnuson. As Magnuson couldn't get through the fourth, he pitched to 4 batters in the fourth inning. 1 strikeout recorded so far for Zavalny. 2-0 to Amborn. Called strike, 2-1. Sorby on deck. And kept him off the board, stranded 2. That was huge. And the Aggies getting Haig to fly out to center. Up high, 3 balls, 1 strike to count. And the delivery, it is a strike. 3-2. Rest of the numbers here for Zavalny in relief. It's not walked a batter. Not too many 3-ball counts as well. 3-2 foul back. We'll do it again. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat. And it's 3-2 to Braden Amborn. 8 hits for the Aggies, 6 for the Tommies. A 1-out walk. Amborn on as it's getting late for the Tommies here. Perfect 21-0. Thompson trying to repeat as Class B state champions. 2 losses for the Aggies, both to Langdon Munich, 1 coming in the region tournament. And the delivery, a strike. Called strike. Cole Sorby is 0 for 2. And it is 0-1. 3rd seed Aggies. And the pitch. Fouled straight back. They were the 4 seed last year. Took care of Northern Cass in the opening round.
Come on, Cole, you can do it, buddy. Here we go, 5.
Just think how many people I could have hit if they didn't have a trainer up there.
Eliminated or got knocked out of the semis by Beulah before taking 4th place. Lost to Carrington in the 3rd place game. Fouled back and still 0-2. Hour and 26 minutes.
That's a lot, just on those 2 things.
7:06 was the first pitch tonight. Zavalny deals. Got him. Went up the ladder. Sorby down on strikes for the 2nd time.
2 outs, everyone does better when there's 2 outs.
2nd strikeout in relief for Zavalny. 2 down. Back to the top of the order. And Caden Schwabe. Now, if you get Caden Schwabe here, I said it's Schwabe gets on, then you can try and get to Larimer. The other Schwabe, good bunt down the 3rd base line, hugging the line. Thompson will have no play. He'll put it in his pocket, scrambling for 3rd. It's a race to 3rd. There's the tag, and they got him. Stephen Thompson, it became a race to 3rd as Amborn, seeing 3rd base was not covered, scrambled for 3rd. It became a race to the base. Thompson got there and applied the tag. Eric Olson with the call, and the inning's over. A bunt single for Schwabe. Amborn is out 5 unassisted for the 3rd out. He took a gamble and lost, and the inning comes to a close. After 6, 8-4, Park River Fordville-Lankin with the lead. We're back in a moment. Well, a gamble in the base pass backfires for the Tommies is perfectly placed bunt, dropped it down beautifully. 3rd base line to Caden Schwabe. 3rd baseman Thompson had to go make the play on the ball, and Amborn, seeing that 3rd base was unoccupied, scrambled for 3rd. He said it's a gamble, it's a risk-reward thing. If you make it, you get to 3rd, but the reward in Baseball 101, you never ever want to make the final out at 3rd base, and well, that happened, and to the 7th we go. There you see the numbers, 8, 8, and 4 for the Aggies. 4 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for Thompson. And Tom Magnuson started the game on the mound now at first base. Magnuson has a pair of singles tonight, 2 for 3, facing Sutter Haig, and delivers. Sutter Haig's first pitch low for ball 1. Sutter Haig back, and the delivery swing, a little fly ball out to shallow center, backpedaling the second baseman Dick, and makes the catch for out number 1. Magnuson retired. Tommies in the 7th will have Larimer, Schwabe, and Sutter Haig. As it sits right now, we'll need 4 to keep this one going. Stephen Thompson, the batter. 0 for 3 with a run scored tonight. Got a heck of an offensive play there to end the 6th. So you got to get yourself to the bag, and then you got to apply the tag and make sure that ball doesn't pop out, and he did all that. Record the 3rd out, outside 2-0 the count. Sutter Haig now 2 innings of relief work for the Tommies. Right now Hughes is the starter and the pitcher of record. A line drive to left, nice running catch by Braden Amborn, and there's 2 away. At the end of the bat, but able to yank that one down the left field line. Thompson is retired for out number 2.
Second baseman Nick Thompson.
His cousin Nick Thompson to step up next. Nick Thompson 1 for 3, had a 2-out, 2-run double in the 4th. Called strike, and it is 0-1. So right now your pitchers of record, Zavalny for the Aggies and Marcus Hughes for Thompson. Called strike to make it 0-2. Any Tommies fans down below haven't given up hope yet, and the pitch. He was out of that front foot, but able to lay off as that one sailed outside and wide of the plate, 1-2. Well, it's been a good day of baseball here in Jamestown to wrap up the State B. 2-2 the count. 2 one-run games. Thrilling finish in that 3rd place game as Carrington nearly erased a 6-0 deficit. Kindred Richland a 6-5 win. The appeal down to 3rd. Eric Olson said no swing, and a full count at 3-2. Will Magnuson on deck, but 2 down here in the inning. Ground ball to the right side. Dick fields cleanly, sets, throws, inning over. 1-2-3 inning. The Aggies are retired, and last wraps for the Tommies here in the 7th. 4 to tie and 5 to repeat. As state champions, Larimer, Callan Schwabe, and Brett Sutter Haig, the scheduled hitters when we return here in the NFHS Network coverage of the North Dakota State Class B baseball tournament. 8-4 in favor of the Aggies. We're back after this. 3 outs to go for Park River Fordville-Lankin, as Nate Zavalny will try and finish it. His brother Adam provided the big blow with a 3-run homer to break a 4-4 tie in the 5th. A 4-run lead, and the Tommies 3 outs away from having a potential perfect season come to a halt. Trey Larimer takes strike 1. Singled in his last at bat of the 5th, 1 for 3 tonight. And the pitch. In the dirt, 1-1. Schwabe and Sutter Haig to follow. And the pitch popped up, might be playable. Backpedaling, foul ball, juggling catch for the out. Adam Zavalny the catch, helps his brother out. 1 down to the 7th. Foul pop up and Larimer retired. Callan Schwabe will hit.
Third baseman Callan Schwabe.
Well, both these programs have won football titles. Park River Fordville-Lankin winning the Class A title in 2015. Thompson won the 9-man title earlier in the fall at the Fargo Dome. Up high, ball 1, Callan Schwabe. Single in the 3rd, reached on an air in the 5th. Like he's been, both the Schwabes seem like they've been playing baseball forever, not just in the high school ranks. Babe Ruth and American Legion ball as well, and up high for a 2-0 count. Called strike at 2-1.
You can do it, Callan! You can do it, Callan!
Just low, 3-1 the count. Zavalny said not throwing hard, but location has been pretty good. Command has been there as well. Popped up, foul and out of play. There's a lefty getting loose in the bullpen for the Aggies. I get a number, but just in case trouble arises in the last of the seventh. 2 outs to go, 3-2. Line drive into left center for a base hit. Hankey overruns it, but quickly played by left fielder Charlie Thompson. They got tangled up with one another and will hold Schwabe to a single.
Pitcher, Brett Sutter-Haig.
And Brett Sutter-Haig is the batter.
Good job, Callan. Good net, Callan.
Sutter-Haig is 1 for 2. Hit by a pitch in the second and scored. Had a single in the fourth. He was run for, and that run came across to score as the Tommies took a 2-0 lead after 2. Came back, took a 4-3 lead after 4 innings of play. It's the last lead they've owned. Now a 2-0 count. I don't know what point for the Aggies you would think about making a change. The ball makes it 3-0. Right now, I said you need another couple of base runners to get the tying run to the plate. Well, you need just one. 4-pitch walk to Sutter-Haig, and out comes Brad Omdahl, and we'll see if this is the end of the line. Heat of 4-8 Zavolny. A lefty loosening up in the pen for the Aggies. You still need one more batter to get the tying run to the plate right now as Marcus Hughes will step up. Reminder, this game available for all subscribers via our mobile website. Go on to nfhsnetwork.com from your smartphone or tablet and view live games or replays from anywhere. nfhsnetwork.com/NDHSAA for the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Marcus Hughes is 1 for 3. Single, a run scored, and a stolen base tonight.
I dare you to yell at him. Let's go for bird.
More of those shadows starting to creep in. Home plate area just about in shadows. The batter's in the sun, but that batter's box circle area in the shade right now. Called strike, 0-1. Zavolny has walked 2 in 3 1/3 innings of work. Pickoff play at second, a bluff pickoff. Now they say now they've got him caught between second and third. He faked the throw. Thompson running Schwabe back. Now to Hankey. Hankey running him towards third. Now the flip and the tag. Well, he missed the tally. Now they say they did get him on the out. The underhanded flip gets away down the third base line, and Sutter-Haig goes to second. They faked the throw to second. They bluffed the throw, Zavolny did. Schwabe fell for it, and there's 2 down. Sutter-Haig takes second. They faked the throw, and then the Aggies acted like the ball went into center field. Then Zavolny flipped it to second, and then the rundown ensued. Swing, fly ball to left, pulled to left and foul. Sutter-Haig taking second of the play, so the out is the second out, so it goes 1. Check out his scoring on that. I know Hankey was, I think it went 1. Well, we'll figure it out later. Fly ball right center field. This should do it. Wood into right center's got it. The Aggies are the state champs. There's the celebration. The Park River Fordville-Lankin Aggies, their first ever North Dakota Class B state championship. As Hughes flies out to right to end it. And there you see a happy group of young men from Northeast North Dakota finish things off as the Aggies end with 23 wins and 2 losses. And the dream of a repeat championship with a perfect season falls just short for the Thompson Tommies. (8-4) your final. So for the Tommies in the 7th, no runs. 1 hit. The fake on the bluff on the pickoff into a rundown. Got them the second out. And the fly ball is Wood making the catch to end it. No runs a hit, no errors, and one left on in the 7th for the Thompson Tommies, as the awards presentation will be coming here shortly. 8-4 your final. 7 left on base for Thompson. 1 hour 39 minutes. Time of game of this championship. So the awards presentation coming up here in just a moment, but congrats to the Aggies as they end 23-2. And a little tomfoolery and skullduggery on that pickoff play. Going back to that, they bluffed the pickoff. Schwabe thinking the ball went into center field, and a great acting job by second baseman Thompson to go chasing after a ball that wasn't there, and then it forced the lengthy rundown. The out recorded for the second out, and then the fly ball to finish. So Park River Fordville-Lankin winning the state championship as the Aggies win their first ever state title with the 8-4 victory. Get the final totals. Winning pitcher is Nate Zavalny. Marcus Hughes takes the loss. Marcus Hughes, 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs. They were all earned. 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Brett Sutter-Haig goes 2 2/3. He surrendered the 3-run homer, the eventual game winner, to Adam Zavalny that broke the 4-4 tie. 2 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. He threw 39 pitches in relief. Magnuson, 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Nate Zavalny, the win in relief, 4 innings, gave up 3 hits, 4 scoreless innings, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Is the award presentation right now. I have the Senior Athlete of the Year coming up here momentarily. So for the Aggies, the big blow, the 3-run homer from Adam Zavalny, which gave them a 7-4 lead. They added another run to the 6th to make it 8-4. That one, Jackson Hankey sacrifice fly to make it 8-4. And the Aggies, Zavalny had 3 hits on the day, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, and 3 runs batted in. Thompson, Callan Schwabe had 2 hits.
Lucas Moan, Hatton Northwood.
Aiden Schwabe, Trey Larimer, Marcus Hughes, Brett Sutter-Haig, Overby and Amborn with base hits, as Overby and Amborn with runs batted in. Nick Thompson had a big 2-run double as well early in the ball game. His awards presentation going on right now. We'll try and stick around for some of that here. Is 8-4 the final to recap the games from earlier today here in the NFHS network. 7th place to Mulhall Lansford Sherwood, a 4-1 win over Rugby. Consolation Championship, Minot Ryan, a 13-12 slugfest win over Shiloh Christian. Kindred Richland taking 3rd, a 6-5 win over Carrington. Carrington with 5 of the 7th and nearly came all the way back to in a race, a 6-0 deficit in that game. Brandon Raisler for the Vikings not only got the win of the mound, he pitched the first 6 innings, and that had to come back and get the final out in the 7th to pick up the save. He saved his own game. And here in the championship, 8-4. There you see the Park River Fordville-Lankin Aggies win their first State B baseball championship. It's the Senior Athlete of the Year going on right now as representatives from all 8 regions being introduced and coming front and center here to the crowd at Jack Brown Stadium.
From Hazen, Jeremy Lentz.
They have maybe one more to announce before the announcement of the
Wilton Center, Stanton Carson Backer.
Senior Athlete of the Year, the Coach of the Year, and then the trophy presentations coming up here momentarily. So, good weekend of baseball here in Jamestown.
Northville High School Coaches Association Powerade.
So the Senior Athlete of the Year
in the sport of Class B baseball is from Kindred Richland High School, Ethan Lingen.
Ethan Lingen of Kindred Richland named the Senior Athlete of the Year from the North Dakota High School Coaches Association. So Ethan Lingen, the Senior Athlete of the Year from Kindred Richland. Coach of the Year will be coming here shortly. There you see Ethan, one of the standouts from the Kindred Richland Vikings. Andy Broughton Carrington, the representative from the Coaches Association, past president.
Is announced at the completion of the state competition for every sport. A plaque or ring, sponsored by Subway, will be presented at the Northville High School Coaches Association
Coach of the Year up next.
Convention that will be held in Mandan at the Baymont Inn and Suites in July. The 2016-2017 North Dakota High School Coaches Association Subway Coach of the Year in the sport of baseball, as selected by the Class B baseball head coaches, is Brady Schwab from Thompson High School.
The Coach of the Year, Brady Schwab from Thompson. Even though the Tommies fell one step shy of repeating as state champs, doesn't damper what was a heck of a year. Very much blew through Region 2, defending their Region 2 title once again, and Coach of the Year, well deserved. Brady Schwab, and getting handshakes, there you see, from all his players. A lot of respect for their coach, and now the individual awards coming here right now, and I think with that we will call it a close here. So thanks to our crew, Taylor and Liz, and here's truly Brad Anderson with the call here of the semifinals last night and all 4 games today. Certainly had a lot of fun. Certainly hope you enjoyed it as well. So the Aggies win the state championship. Final, Park River Fordville-Lankin 8, Thompson 4. And with that, we'll bid you adieu here in the NFHS Network. Good night.
12, Calvin Schwabi.